Hello, Tiffany here with Cards Crafty Creations. So every year I make my family ornaments, and I've been doing this for several years, and every year they're different. And I can't even remember how many years ago I started this tradition, but when I saw this vintage Christmas panel from Pajama Crafter Stamps, I was really inspired by it. And if you've been watching my videos, you've been seeing that I've been making a lot of different projects with this pack, so it really does go a long way. And so when I saw these, I thought they would be perfect to make Christmas ornaments out of this year for my family. And so I went through and picked out the papers that I thought would fit nicely onto the wood that I purchased, which are just like some unfinished wood from Hobby Lobby. I did some rectangles, and then I did some with this like kind of scallop looking edge to it. And then I got some ribbon from there, some velvet antique Christmas looking, vintage Christmas looking ribbon colors. And I got some cotton fabric to kind of tear up and add to the top. So I pretty much picked out the panels I wanted, and I did do 4 of them already, and then I'm going to do, this is the final one I need to do to complete all of them for my families. And it's for like at my family household, so mom, dad, brother, sister-in-law, my husband's mom and dad, and grandparents and aunts. So I needed a few of them, and so this was the last one I was going to do, was the angel. So I kind of trace the outline of the wood panel to the card base, and then I'm painting it with some antique linen folk art paint. It's actually one of my go-to colors when I'm painting things vintage. But I'm going to paint the edge only because I'm going to put the panel on here, and it's just in case I don't quite get to the edge, then at least it will be painted. And then the back will be painted all the way, because you saw at the beginning of the video, I had put some tissue paper on the back. It's actually pretty old. It is some tissue paper, holiday tissue paper, and it has like Christmas Carol music sheet on it. So that is what I'm going to put on the back, and then I will actually stamp like a sentiment on the back and then put the date, the year on it. So I didn't do that in this video, but that is something that I still have to do, and I will do that. So that's why I painted it solid, because you're going to see it, and so I wanted to make sure that it had a solid background. The front, like I said, didn't matter because I'm putting this over the front. I'm going to fussy cut it out. It's not going to be perfect, and that is a-okay, because I take my sanding block and I sand the edges, as I do with every wood piece that I make. It just makes the edge a lot nicer of a finish. And you did see I have those, they're leaves. I don't know what kind of leaf. They could be a fern, they could be a evergreen. I'm not really sure. It's just I have a die, a silicone die, and those were made with resin actually. Usually I can use hot glue or even clay, but that one is from my stash, and I think I just poured some extra. Oh, and this is me realizing that I put it on the wrong side. So I have to kind of fiddle with that when I do the back to make sure I cover it up, the gap that I didn't paint, because the panel was supposed to be there. So yeah, even as crafters, we have a plan, but it doesn't always, go to plan. But we make do and make it work. So I have those resin pieces, and I'm going to paint them the cream as well, the antique linen, because we're going to put those on the wood piece, and then we're going to kind of age them with some and what color is it? I can't remember. Some brown wax. But first, like I said, I'm going to sand the edges. It just makes it look a lot cleaner when it is all done. Otherwise, it looks really harsh of a line. So this is the tissue paper I have. I want to say it's from 2017 is what the packaging says. I haven't actually seen it again. I was trying to look for something similar to this year, and I couldn't find it because I actually forgot that I had this in my stash until I don't know when I discovered I had it in my stash. But I think I had it like in my Christmas miniatures, and when I was going through that I found it. So I put it in with my regular tissue paper stash, so it'll always be, I won't ever forget that I have it because I'll go through the tissue paper stash. So anyway, it's just like sheet music, and it says has like Christmas titles on it when you can see one of the titles, which I did use on one of the ornaments because it was really fitting. I think it said Christmas chimes, so I put it on the bells ornament. And then I'm going to add some of it to the front just because, you know, just to kind of give it a cohesiveness for the whole ornament. So the back and the front will have some sheet music on it. And I will age the back too with the wax, just so, like I said, it's just cohesive front and back. I go ahead and just Mod Podge the whole thing. Something that I had forgotten about: when you're aging something with a wax, it will stick to it, but having the like wax on there, or not the wax, having the Mod Podge, the shiny glossy Mod Podge will allow you to wipe away some of the wax, so it isn't so harsh. You can kind of control it better. So after I do that and let it dry, then I'm going to glue on the leaf resin pieces. I like to use E6000 for longevity, and then I like to use the Gorilla Super Glue for quick adhesion. I'm impatient. I want to get my projects done because I have a million of them to do, and so this just helps it to set faster. I don't have to hold it. I mean, I have to hold it long enough for the super glue to sit, but I don't have to hold it for the E6000 to set. But the E6000 will dry over time, and that should not ever come off. So I'm going to set those on there, and I do set it aside to dry because some of the E6000 did seep out from under the resin piece, and I really don't want to get that in my paintbrush for the next step that I do after this. I went through my stash and I just cut out a joyful, it's just a die cut from a really old die set that I got at Hobby Lobby when they used to carry dies, and so I thought it was just kind of a good saying for these ornaments. And I cut it out of die cut it out of some gold foiling cardstock, foiled cardstock. And then this is just a piece of cotton fabric. I got like a pack of, I think it was like a 5-pack of, they're called fat quarters, I think. And I just got them in kind of neutral colors so that I could do that with them. Because I did need them for another project I did that will come up in the next few weeks. I think maybe in about 3 weeks I'll have a video with other project I made with that. And then I'm going to just kind of touch them up with the antique linen. I'm going to do kind of like a stippling, or it's not really like a what am I thinking of? Like a sponge paint, but kind of that essence where it's not completely solid, but it is, you can tell there's paint there. I think it just kind of adds some more aging to it, makes it a little more rustic. So I do that on different parts of the actual ornament. And then I'm going to get into something that I actually have not played with in a long time. But first, so this is me going to do the wax, and it's just a folk art one. I've mentioned it before. It's the only one I found at the craft store, the big box craft store. It's not my favorite because it's got a red tint to it, but it's what I got and it's what I'm going to use. And normally you want like a wet towel to be able to move that wax around, wipe it off of the high areas, spread it, push it around. I tried it with a paper towel, but this resin pour was just too texturized and it was tearing the paper towel up, so I had to go get a actual towel to wipe away some of that. And like I said, I'm going to do that on these leaf areas and some around the ornament and then on the back. And then after I do this, like I said, I'm going to dabble into something that I had not played with in a really long time, but it was very effective for this project, and that is actually using gold leafing. Now, I did not have the gold leafing glue. Oh, I guess I'm not doing that yet. It's coming, guys. It's coming. Right now, I guess I'm going to... Oh, no, I am doing it right now. That was... I had to go drill a hole in the top, so that was me just trying to sand off the excess wood that didn't quite go away. So, I did not have the gold leaf glue. It usually has a special glue that you put on, and then you let it kind of dry until it's tacky, and then you put the gold leafing on. And I didn't have any, and I wasn't going to the store again to get it. So I just Googled it, and apparently you can use other different types of glue to accomplish the same thing. And one of those was Mod Podge. And if any of you have worked with Mod Podge, there is a point in time with the glossy Mod Podge in which it is tacky. So that's why I kind of put some down, and then I moved on, put some more down somewhere else, and then came back once it kind of dried just a tad, and then put the actual gold leaf on it. And it actually worked out really well. And because I'm putting it on with my hands, then I was actually getting gold foil on my fingers, and so I was able to just touch the ornament with my finger and leave that foil behind in different places that I just wanted just a little hint of it. So that was kind of a fun little find while I was messing with this. But I thought this was perfect use of the gold leafing. Like I said, I have not used it in probably a decade. Like, that's how old some of my craft supplies are. I had done a painting of a gladiator, and I used gold leafing on his helmet. And so this is from way back when. But, yeah, so I do think it worked out well. Now, if it got too dry, then yeah, it wouldn't stick. I would just put some more Mod Podge on my brush and kind of just smash it down. I didn't really want to paint it like painting, but I wanted to just smash it onto there. And that seemed to be the most effective way to get it all to stick. And I liked that it kind of broke up. Like, it wasn't just, you can see it's not like in any solid lines or anything like that. It's very organic gold leafing, like it's just flaked off in different areas. So I really enjoyed that concept, especially for the Christmas season. Gold is just one of those colors that is very effective in Christmas time. So I'm going to put the ornament hanger on now, and what I did is I just got some jute twine and some white and gold twine, and I just put tape on it to get it to feed through the holes. And then I have a wood bead that I'm going to put on it as well. And then I'm going to so this is me bringing out that piece that I tour of the cotton fabric, and then I'm gonna get my velvet ribbon. I actually found these ribbons at Hobby Lobby. I was looking for something very specific ribbon wise, and they actually had it. And it wasn't Christmas ribbon, it was in the regular ribbon department, and it came in all of these vintage colors. So it's kind of like a frayed velvet, and I have it in red, deep red, blue, this gold brown, and green. And I just really thought it was like the perfect ribbon for this idea that I brewed up in my head. So, and then I'm going to take some gold wax and just go around this bead a little bit, very rough, not any rhyme or reason or purpose, not there to fill it out or anything like that, just to tie that gold into that wood bead. And then around the edges just a little bit. And then to finish this off, I'm going to add that joyful saying, and that's pretty much going to complete this last ornament I needed. So I really hope that you were inspired by this video. These were really fun to make, very rewarding. I think they came out beautiful. And if you did like it, please like and subscribe. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye!